There we go. And... oh shit! There's another one! Oh man, balls, I'm out of here. Greetings guys and girls and fellow gamers, my name is GamersOKicks and welcome to the experimental branch of 7 Days to Die, where we play 7 Days to Die on the experimental branch. No mods, no UI mods, nothing, because everything will break every time they release an update, so nothing will be modded, everything will be as broken, as buggy, as non-buggy, as perfect, as fine as it will be. This is experimental, anything goes, everything can be broken and nothing can work and everything can work. It's actually very stable. We played it last night in the stream and we had a lot of fun. We actually checked out the Grand Canyon, we went into the tombs inside, it was absolutely fantastic. We also found a trader, we spawned in a couple of items to look at them, the garages, the drawbridges, the catwalks, the chem station. We looked at a couple of items, we checked out the upgrading system for weapons upgrade. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. If you watch it, if you haven't seen it, the link will be in the description below. Now, let's get started with Alpha 15, 7 Days to Die experimental branch. If you're new to the channel, 7 Days to Die is the main game I'm focusing on in general. I love survival games. Check out the channel. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. And you guys that like to support me, hit that like button before you leave. Anyway, let's go. Let's get started. Difficulty setting, we leave everything default except daylight length 18, because I like you guys being able to see a lot. We leave the 24-hour cycle at 50 minutes. Usually I increase that, but everything default. Nothing else switched on. Mark airdrops, screw airdrops. If we can't see them, then we can't find them, so be it. That's life. Enemy spawning medium, we might actually want to raise that because you can get experience now from killing zombies. I'm not going to go through all the changes. I'm actually not going to mention most of the changes at all unless we come across them, because I went in the stream through the page actually showing all the changes, and I will also link it in the description below. So let's get started. Oh, I'm pumped. I'm so excited. Excellent, so we're starting a new game. This is fantastic. I already made a marker on the map where I kind of think where the canyon is, because I know where it is, so we're gonna be slowly making our way there. But let's start the game fresh. Craft a stone axe is the first mission you're gonna get. Anybody who's new to the game, you basically just punch the grass with your fist, you find these rocks lying around, you pick them up, and the first thing you have to do is hit a tree. Hitting a tree basically gives you your initial pieces of wood until you can make a stone axe, which makes it faster. Look at that, I love it. The weather, the sun, the colors, it's so vibrant. I love this biome, it is absolutely fantastic. And it's running smooth as butter. Gather some small stones. So we need a couple of more small stone. They're lying around pretty much. If you're spawning in a desert biome or anything, then, excuse me, you might have a hard time finding certain things, but especially wood, but you have to find it lying on the ground. Anyway, now we're gonna go and craft a stone axe. So let's favorite some of the items that we have, like a stone axe, for example. We want to favorite that. We want to get the bow straight away favorite, because we're gonna be having to craft those guys. We want to definitely do the arrows and favorite the arrows and the iron arrows and the steel arrows, just in case we can't find a crossbow pattern. And then we also want to get all the clubs as the weapons. We're gonna start off with a wooden club, but we're gonna move very quickly then to the iron reinforced club and then to the barbed wire club as soon as we can find a forge. And that is it, I think. Oh, the wood frames, you might want to actually get them also settled up into your favorite, because you're gonna be crafting a lot of them as well. So that way, if you go to your favorite screen, let's put the bedroll in there as well, or bread roll as I like to call it. Let's favorite that as well. There you go. So all you do now is go to your favorite list and you have everything you need there. So let's craft the stone axe and move on with our quest. We're gonna need a lot of plant fiber to make our initial gear. Now usually I don't bother too much following the quest line, but for the sake of this playthrough, I don't know when this is gonna be gone. This is experimental branch, so any day they're gonna apply a patch, it could break. So we don't know. Anyway, we have a stone axe now, so let's get rid of everything here. The only thing we really need quick access to is the bandages, maybe some drink, and the stone axe. And we're gonna put all our resources here. Anyway, how you manage your inventory is completely up to you, of course. So let's get a little bit more on feathers. We definitely want to get as many feathers as we can. We want to get our hands on all of them, because that's the only way to make arrows. If you don't find feathers, you can't be making any arrows. You have to rely on finding them. Excellent stuff. So let's get a couple of more plant fiber. There we go. And let's craft all the things we have to craft. So the first thing the game wants you to craft is basically your plant fiber gloves, your plant fiber hood, your plant fiber pants, your plant fiber shirt, and your plant fiber shoes. And a few seconds later, all this will be crafted, and you just put it onto your body. So just shift left click it on your body. If you want to open your inventory, it's with B, and you just shift left click everything on your man. Now you have to be careful, because I don't have a UI mod on me. I'm gonna have to manually look at that as well. So what we want to basically keep an eye on is our food, our water, and our temperature. This is Fahrenheit. Oh shit, how was it to change to Celsius? I'm a Celsius guy, so let me see. Set temp, oh yeah, set temperature unit to Celsius. Sorry. There we go. Units is now Celsius. So if you want to do that, that's the command for it. And now we have a Celsius, because Celsius means more to me. I haven't got a clue about Fahrenheit. And that is actually a good temperature. Up to about 33, 34. It's okay. And then he starts moaning like a little bee. Anyway, so let's go and continue. We want to craft a wooden club now. We already have the materials. If not, you're just going to go here. Hit a couple of trees with your stone axe. And I would always, again, this is more aimed at the new players of the game who haven't seen it before. If you're new to the game, always follow through. Finish the tree, because you can see every time I hit it, I get 5 wood. Okay, now it accumulates to 10. Like, it's actually only 5 each time. It just shows it in sections of 10. But when you finish a tree, boom, you get a whole bunch of extra resources, which is absolutely fantastic, because that is what you want. Now, we just craft a wooden club. Now, if we go here, craft a wooden club, and that only takes a couple of seconds, and here we go. Oh, look at this fertilizer. Fertilizer is a new thing now in the game as well. Fertilizer is made in a beaker in a concrete mixer. Use a gardening hoe to fertilize your farmland and increase the yield of your crops. That is very good. As far as I know, you don't need fertilizer necessarily. It just helps you to increase, as it says, your yield. Now, the next thing we want to do is obviously craft a bow and craft some arrows. Now, again, you don't really have to follow that along if you don't want to. The game just basically gives you these quests so you can get used to it. Yes, I will destroy every single weapon I find in the beginning, because I'm gonna rely on my bow and arrow. And oh, this is a much better club. So you can scrap your clubs now as well, so remember that. And we're gonna be wearing that. Let me see, what is colder? This one keeps me actually a bit cool. I'm gonna prefer that over this. So let's scrap that again. Again, I usually wouldn't craft it in the first place, but because of the quest and for the sake of completing it, I'm actually gonna keep the shotgun. The shotgun is the only gun. The shotgun and the hunting rifle are the only 2 guns I want to focus on in the beginning of the game. Because the Magnum, while great, I think it takes the longest really to find all the parts, and you usually don't get as lucky with finding them. So I don't want to have my inventory filled up with all that nonsense. So I want to focus on 1 or 2 guns to begin with. And that's it. So let's craft the bow, and then let's go through the house and see what we have there. So let's queue up the bow. Wooden bow craft. Now we need a lot more stone actually, because each of the arrows, if you look at that, they need actually now... Each arrow needs 1 stone, 1 wood, 1 feather. So to make 35 arrows, let's put the bow here. To make 35 arrows, you need 35 stone and 35 wood. So we're gonna need a lot more stone. Luckily, these boulders are around here. You have 2 types. Again, that's aimed at the new players more. You have 2 types of stone here. Okay, you have actually another one, which is these little concrete blocks you see in the distance there. So I'm just gonna go to them to show you this. If you hit them, they still give you a stone, okay? And in the end, when you finish them, they give you a little bit extra, like 5 extra stone. But then you have the guys over here, so let's just punch some grass while we actually edit so that we can just continue doing that. There we go. And these guys here, they give you iron fragments and stone. Now, they went back to iron fragments, which is a bit of a weird thing to me because they're very originally raw iron. They used to be called iron fragments, as far as I remember. And they removed them from the game because the only single purpose these things had was to be made into iron. So you lose some. So if I take 1 of them, yeah, they're gonna scrap into 3 iron. So going by the description, what I think here is this says raw iron should be smelted in a forge, but it can also be scrapped at a loss. So I'm assuming if you burn this in the forge and say hypothetically you get 15 units of iron in the forge from this, yeah, like forge iron, yeah, this one, which gives you 3 iron, will go into 30 or 50 forge iron. So they want you to basically use all your raw iron more to be smelted in the forge. But to me, that is noise, okay, in the moment. Yeah, it means I have a lot of raw iron, I have a lot of scrap, and if I want to craft things, I have to turn them into scrap. If I want to smelt things in the forge, I turn them into raw iron. So to me personally, I'm probably gonna take the loss and just convert them all into scrap and screw that, and I'm just gonna take a single slot to worry about a single item. Unless I have something right beside my forge, a deposit where I can have these things, then maybe. But I find it still a lot of noise, and I don't really find it as useful. Unless you could craft something completely different with the raw iron, I still think it's noise. And I find it kind of odd, because that was exactly the reason why they removed it in the first place, because the only purpose it had was to be scrapped into iron. But now it gives you more in the forge, but that's not, for me, that might not be enough reason to keep having 2 piles of everything hanging around with me, and then always making the decision of, oh yeah, I need to craft this, let's turn this into iron, oh no, I want to smelt this, oh let's, it just seems like noise. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on it. It's just one of the things that I'm a bit questionable about it until I get more into the game, and I'm pretty sure that as we get deeper into the game, I will see the benefits of having raw iron, possibly. Like, that's the whole point of this game, that even things that look peculiar or odd, they will grow on you, and you will see the purpose of it later on. So I'm gonna give it, of course, the chance and the benefit of the doubt. So now, of course, we're gonna have this stone axe broken. Also, they don't break anymore. So what happened before is, as you actually hit things, they used to break and just disappear. Now it says that the item needs repair instead of breaking, which is great, because sometimes you have this really good steel axe and all of a sudden poof, or the stone axe, and poof, and it's gone, and you find yourself with a stone and no other materials, going, balls, now I can't use it because it only takes one small stone to repair it. And you rather do that than go out collecting the other resources if you don't have them. So let's scrap that. And let's make some arrows. We have a lot of stone now, so let's queue up all the arrows we can make, and that should complete that quest, which then moves on to the campfire quest or the wood frame quest. I don't really remember. I think it's the wood frame quest. So we're just gonna finish this little guy here yeah, it's the wood frame quest. We already know we already have a lot of wood, so we're gonna continue with that. I'm just gonna finish getting some more stone. I will be continuing collecting these two guys here. The last stone you have, which I didn't go into yet, is this guy. So if you hit this guy, all you get from it is stone. I think you rarely get iron. You used to get scrap iron from it a little bit, but not really as much. You can see here it doesn't really give you much stone. This becomes a lot more beneficial, these things, when you have the big steel axes and you can really hit them really fast, and you come into areas where you have a lot of these guys around but not as many of these. So let me gather a little bit more scrap iron and some stone, and then we're going to continue with the wood frames. So what I would recommend is you do as well in the beginning of the game, go around, especially if you start in an area like this, and straight away, oh, that's nice, that's a tablet, that's very lovely, I like that, and straight away get a lot of resources. Now I got a lot of stone, I got a lot of wood, and got a lot of grass. I'm going to actually take half of that and just turn that into scrap iron, and I tell you now why. That's because this wooden club, in the beginning, if you're near scrap iron, you don't really need it, okay? So the only reason I craft a lot of those is to level up crafting, because every time you craft one, so if you check this out, let's just ignore this for a second, every time you craft an item, you get a higher level. So if we craft another wooden club, this is 26 now, and if we craft another one, and it went up because we crafted a lot of arrows. As far as I know, arrows also get your weaponsmithing up, and now it's 28. And then what you do is you level up with the cheap material clubs, and then you choose the club that you actually care about, which is the reinforced club, and you're gonna make that. So you can see here we need 100 iron for that, which you always find. So I mean, this here is going to give us 165 iron by itself. So let's not worry about that. So once you have that, we're going to make this, because this one hits harder and it costs more resources, but that's why you use the cheap wood-only resources to level up that guy first. And then once you're at level 50 or something, you make one of those iron reinforced clubs for a good smack in the face, because they're much stronger. So we're going to make another couple of those. There we go. Until we have a good level on them. Again, a lot of people don't like that type of mechanic. They consider it cheating, but you know what? In the end of the day, that's the way the game lets you do it. It works, and that gets you up into a good level. So let's see if we can actually get this deer. Bastard, it's running away. Okay, so it's too far now. But when you get a chance to kill a deer, do it. You need the meat, you need the hide. It's always very important for food and for materials. So let's go and make these wood frames. Again, the first episode, it's also I'm trying to aim at people who are new to the game, as always when we start a new season. But I will stop that pretty soon. So, and then you guys that know the game already don't have to listen to all this anymore. Okay, I don't know why I'm destroying them. Anyway, so we can scrap these guys now, which is absolutely fantastic. So we don't have to hang around. We're gonna get actually 7 wood club back, which is 70%, which is absolutely fantastic. So this one is finished now, and off we go, scrapping the rest of them. Now let's queue up some wood frames. There we go. We need to make 3 just for the quest, and we're only gonna make 3 for now, and we're gonna make more in a second. And then we're gonna see how that works. Now we're gonna place the wood frames down just anywhere in the moment, because we don't really need them placed down, and that's just to complete the quests. Usually I would be moving along a lot faster as well in this game, but again, because it is the first episodes of something new, I want to always go through how you would do this in this game. Oh, okay, let's actually repair them instead of destroying them. There you go. We leveled up our construction as well. We completed the quest, and now it wants us to make a campfire. So we're gonna do that, which is basically just made from 8 stone. That hasn't changed. Let's oh, it wants us actually to make the bedroll first. I completely forgot that. Okay, bedroll. There we go. And a bedroll is good for a spawn point. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into this house, and we're gonna use this house as our first spawn point. So let's go in here. The door is unlocked. Very good. We have an upstairs, so let's go straight upstairs. There we go. And look at that, there already is a place to sleep. Also, what I noticed in the stream, you see these blocks here, the burnt one, yeah? We used to repair them, but look what you can do now. You can pick up the wood frame. Isn't that awesome? So once you repair it, you can pick it up. It costs you basically 4 wood to make a wood frame, which usually costs you, let me see, 5 wood. So you save 1 wood. You know, it's not the end. In the beginning, that might be actually a good thing when you don't have a lot of wood. There you go. Or -3. It actually was only 3 to repair this one. So there you go. Now we already have a fire here, but it wants us to make one now in a second. So let's place the wood. Let's place the bed down. Let's place it down here somewhere. There we go. That should be okay if we spawn here. And then let's put the fire down, the campfire, right beside it. Or near it. Craft it. Actually, let's place it over where the other campfire is. Why not? There we go. And that completes the last quest. And now you're free to do what you want. Again, usually I wouldn't really do these quests. I would just ignore them. I would just get on with the game. But it's always good to do it in the beginning, especially if you're new to the game. Now let's have a good loot run through this house. We're actually going to destroy these beds because they give you good materials. They give you scrap iron, which is very good in the beginning, and they give you also cloth, which is very good to make bandages, so you don't want to miss out on that, especially early in the game. To the people who know this game already and they were waiting for more action in the first episode, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure I cover everything for people that are new to the game. I know I keep saying that. Anyway, I'm going to keep the tokens. Also, the one thing I have to say, like, the tokens are counted here. This is your token. So if I put that here, you can see that go to 0. I really wish they would just not waste any inventory space. I mean, we already have so much put in our inventory. They have added tons of items. If you look at the description of new items below, item management is going to become more and more difficult. Like, yeah, you really have to optimize things. So I think tokens, because they're used as currency now, and seeing that you also can find old world money, which is not used as currency as such, I think. I'm not sure if it can be used as currency, but it can be converted into paper, which is very good. Tokens should just be counted. So you should just be able to drag and drop from here maybe. So if I want tokens out, I should be able to just click this and drag this into here, and it should prompt me how many do you want to put in. And if I pick them up like that, boom, they should just go into here, into that invisible little thing, and just count. I really don't think they should take up inventory space. Especially that some items cost like thousands of tokens, and I think your limit is 2,000 or is it 20,000? I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So hoarding money is not going to be an issue, of course, but I just think it's a pity that it takes up a space. Anyway, there was my little mini rant. So we make a chest. I put everything in I don't really need right now and I don't want to take with me. I take this with me because it's fine. I'm also converting all that into scrap. I couldn't really care less right now about the raw iron because we don't have a forge. So I'm going to eat this, and I'm going to keep the snowberries on me actually because we can eat them. And I'm also going to keep the cans on me. And I'm going to keep that gun on me because I actually want to make sure that shotgun parts is the one thing I collect. Excellent. Loads of free room. Let's continue to loot and let's see what's going on. And actually, we might as well move the bed over here now, so it's nicely hidden away in case... Okay, or we can fall through the floor because I'm such a dipshit and I took the frame out and then forgot that I did that. Okay, so there we go. Lovely. Our spawn location. So let's go down. Excellent. And let's loot the house and see what loot we get in Alpha 15. It's still the same. We still have the tins and the cans. Let's see what else. Is there any food in the kitchen? No, empty tins and empty cans. We still haven't seen any zombies, and that's mainly because we're in the starter area. Now, this here is very good. If you destroy this right away in the beginning of the game, let's scrap that, and let's put these stone axes here, and let's queue up straight away another 2 stone axes, because I do like actually 1 stone axe. And that is because I like to have my inventory down there at least filled with stone axes, because they break so easily in the beginning. So we didn't get a wheel from that. Usually if you destroy that, you have a chance of getting a tire, which you can then put in your chest to keep secure for when you get to make your mini bike. There you go. There's another tire. Do we get anything from it? No, we don't. That's fine. Is there anything underneath here in a hidden compartment? No. Sometimes you have these plates on the ground and they cover a hidden... a bag underneath, so you need to destroy it, but you can actually go on the side of it and just loot it. There's nothing else underneath the ground here. Okay, excellent. I think that is it. We looted all this. We can actually destroy the fireplace if we want to. It gives us 1 piece of coal, which is very good. Or 2 pieces of coal, maybe? There we go. Look at that, and some wood. And what we can do is we can make torches, which is great in the beginning if you need light. So there we go. Excellent. We also made our reinforced cloak, which is going to hit for 9.66 damage. Excellent stuff. So let's see what we have here. Sweet. Let's go on and beyond, let me see, there we go. We want to go into this general direction here. So we want to follow the road around if possible and then see what awaits us. So let's go along the road. Oh, let's pick up this tire. What do we get? No, still no tire. Okay, what does our stats look like? Okay, we are at 60% water and 81% food. So that seems to be going down slowly enough because there was a lot of people complaining on the forums how quickly the food goes down. I think that could probably be related to certain biomes. Also, the temperature I'm holding stable at 21 degrees, which is absolutely perfect. That means your stamina doesn't go down unexpectedly. It doesn't go down too much. And you don't, when your character starts making these noises like, that's usually when they get too hot and I think even too cold. Or they make brrr or something like when they get too cold. I have no idea. Look at that uphill is actually very slow. I love the new textures on the asphalt. Absolutely love them. Fantastic. Look at all these cars. That is really, really good. Oh, look at that! That is some view. I like it. I love the way you can see so much into the distance now. That is so fantastic. Man. I hope you enjoyed that little intro, actually, like, to the game. If you're new to the channel, new to the game... Oh, we got some forged iron. Very sweet. If you're new to the game, I hope that I showed you enough now to get an idea of how the game kind of functions and what it's about. Hopefully we're gonna find a zombie now just to round this up in the end, to have a little bit of a zombie fight so you can see how that works. And to the people who already know the game and want me just to get on with things, the next episode will be just continuing to get on with things. Look at that fantastic bridge. I never played actually the Navezgane map before. I really had no urge really to do so because random gen was always more appealing, even though there was some buildings that Navezgane had that random gen didn't. But the Grand Canyon is the #1 thing that really does it for me now, that I really, really want to work on going there and trying to build in there. So if we look at our arrow does 18.04 damage. There we go, right in the face. Switch over to melee and smack the shit out of it. End of story. So usually a shot in the head with the arrow and a smack in the head with the glove should take care of them. It depends on the zombie. The real fat zombie guys, not the cops, the fat zombie guys, they take a hell of a lot of punishment before they start going down. So you're gonna have to be prepared, no matter what skills you have, to walk around in circles and kite them and slowly kill them. So that's my dog in the background. If you can hear her, I'm sorry. She's just very excited because my wife is coming home and she's barking at the door. Not the wife. The wife isn't barking. Actually, she's barking at the door, and maybe that's why the dog is barking back, because my wife is standing outside on the dog going wah, 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 and the dog is like, dude, what the fuck? Wah, 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 wah. Anyway, let's continue on. So there's another zombie here. What we're gonna do is we want to get down to the right because the canyon, I marked it here. Oh, actually it would be nice if you double click and it would show on map. There you go. Double click would be a nice shortcut. So here we have the canyon, and that is where we're slowly trying to make our... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So let's see how many hits on the head. This one is a bit of a tough cookie as well. I think he's a bit tougher than the standard zombie we just had. But when you find in melee, if you watch your stamina on the left, it goes down by 10 every time you hit something, yeah? So it is quite expansive on stamina to hit things in the head. So you want to make sure you only hit them in the head really when they're down on the ground. Now they changed the corpse mechanics that when you loot them, they still stay in ragdoll format. It's actually a timer now. No matter if you looted them or not, they turn into mushy corpses. And you still can loot them when they turn into mushy corpses, so you don't lose your loot anymore, because that used to be a problem, that if you didn't loot them and you come back and they already turned into mush, that you couldn't loot them. Look at that. That is fantastic. Let's pick up all these snow things. The snowberries. That's the new blueberries, and I'm really glad. Actually, I don't know if they still have blueberries or if they replaced them. Look, there's a whole field of them. That is awesome. Let's collect a few of them actually for food, because what do they give you when you eat them? They give you fullness. That is cool. Price? Oh, look at that. Base price, 10 per 5. So we can actually sell them to traders. That is awesome. So look at that. We're at 78 now for food. And now we're at 81. That is fantastic. Look at that. So we definitely should pick up a few of them, because they are really good for food. You also want to pick up a lot of the cotton, because you can turn that into bandages, as I said before. And then if you find aloe vera, you actually can make aloe vera cream, and I think you can make like the proper bandages. So let me just check this. So if you look at the bandages here, they have a bandage, and then the first bandage is aloe cream, and aloe cream is made from aloe vera plants, which you can find in the desert. So don't throw anything out like that, because it's very important. Now I actually want to see if I can get this guy, because he's just dancing around in circles. I don't know how high I have to aim for him. Maybe lower? Did that change the way trajectories work? I don't know. Let's see if we can get him in the water. Oh, there's a chicken as well. They can walk on water. Oh my god. It's Moses in chicken format. Let's go and get the chicken. Let's go down. Oh, on the bottom left, we can see our... There we go. Look at that. We get feathers from that. That is awesome. Now, our air's going down. It's at 50%. It's at 40%. There we go. Lovely. Up, 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 up. Get some air. And now shoot that thing in the ass. There we go. And another one. Excellent. So if you get animals in water, you know, take advantage of that. Oh, shit. Okay, we're gonna have to go get some air, get to 100%, and then go down, 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 down. Oh, my dear lord. This is gonna take forever. This is actually going to take forever. We're already at 60%, so we're not gonna get much meat out of that, I think. Well, we're gonna see. We're at 40. Shit. Oh, crap. I think we're gonna drown. Balls. I hope it's faster going up. Excellent. Yeah, we're not gonna get much out of that, so I don't think we got meat for... Oh, we got one meat. Excellent. That's good for food. I like the water graphics in the way that you can look underwater semi. That's nice. And we also have to test now how the water behaves. That's one thing I want to play around with just before we leave now. Oh, there's a zombie. Hi! Wanna go for a swim? Feel like going for a swim? Okay, let's do that. Underwater battle with a fat zombie. Okay, he's not fat, but he could do with losing some weight. Look at that. I like the way you can shoot arrows underwater. It's absolutely fantastic. And let's see if we can kill him. Oh man, come on, one more in the head. Oh shit, we're drowning. Shit. Okay, we're higher up than him. There we go. And... Oh shit! There's another one! Oh man, balls, I'm out of here before he grabs me by the leg. They can't swim, zombies, so they actually stay on the ground. So the higher you up, the better if they're lower. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this first episode here. In the next episode, we're gonna go full on trying to find a place to stay for the night and get on with things. And come here. Oh, yes! So satisfactory. There we go. Boom, and boom, and boom. Why are you not dead? Holy balls. There you go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, remember to kick that like button on the way out. In the balls! I don't know why I said on the way out. In the balls, as usual. And if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. Until then, as always, look at that. Yes, viel Spaß and happy gaming. Look at that for balls. Oh man, this is amazing. We already found a working tool, Stiffy. Oh man, where are we? I'm gonna show you this. There you go. This is the location. This is the location over there. And we found coal. Oh man, can't get any better. Yeah, we win. This is it. Game over. We win the game. Thank you so much. I love this.